times, I remember while I was still like dating for real. Like anytime my partner wants to have a conversation with me and it has to do with something that that regards honesty, he will take me on a date. Because he knows that there's no way in this world you will be eating and you will para. There's food in your front.
He knew your
apart from communication, we also have respect. I think it should also come into the equation for things.
Yeah, mutual respect.
Yes, mutual respect. Like understand the person's point of view. Be open. Yes, it's not your way of life. It's not the way you do things.
Yeah.
But then be open to understand. There are just some people that are so rigid. It's my way or the highway.
Yeah.
They don't even want to think, okay, this person is feeling this type of way. So I feel respect, mutual respect, key. There are some men some relationships now, whatever the woman says has no value. It carries no weight.
Yeah.
It's nothing. But
I get that.
You as the man then wants to speak and you want her to listen.
I feel like with respect,
does that
though,
work?
you have to like set boundaries for you to know that, okay, this is the part I can't go.
Yeah,
before this man go vex or before this woman go change.
You
get. So like you guys need to have that proper conversation. How do you feel loved? How do you feel special? What are your
your love
what ticks you off? All those kind of thing. Like, are you the type that if your friends are around, you don't want your woman to say pim? Because some men are like that. They don't want, especially when their women are like around their friends. They don't want you to have a personality.
Jesus Christ.
Do you get? They don't even want you to have a personality. They just want you to be there and just be
pretty, my dear.
Yeah, be like an extension of them.
I'm sorry, there are people in relationships with these kind of people.
Yeah.
How?
Like some men will tell you they feel disrespected when you're like chatty with their friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Some
men feel like that.
Jealousy mode for having a conversation with your friend. Why am I here? Please?
But do you know why some people might feel a certain way? There are some people that don't know when to draw the line.
Boundaries.
When you're having conversation with your partner friend, you feel like now because you're my partner friends, you and I were friends, and I can kiki and say anything, and you might want to understand that.
That's why I said there has to be conversation.
Yeah.
Let me know, does this disrespect you in any way?
Even if
you won't do it, because at the end of the day,
I feel like there's so many things I don't need to say. You need to
know. Whatever works for you. I would never be in a relationship.
I think that should be normal.
About it until something happens, and then it becomes a conversation. Someone will talk about it. I had a guy that I thought I knew, like those guys were confident in his own skin, and then we go out one day, we're having and this is conversation that I probably have a lot to say. And when after I finished talking, I could see everything in his face. He was like, why did you enter this conversation?
Do you get? I've had a similar situation too, and this time I wasn't even like dating this person. We were friends, but like he had shown interest in me. But we went out together at one time, and then it was a talent show. And then they came to me like, oh my God, you look like you're a singer. Do you do music or do you dance? And I'm like, oh, I just dress crazy sometimes, but I do none of that. But I do work on radio and I do this and I do that. And this guy had come to me and was having just a casual conversation about business. Of course, my friend that we went there was right there. You remember? And, he was like, oh, can I have your contact? So for business purposes, we can have this conversation. I'm like, sure. And that sure that I said, well, my friend didn't take it lightly because of that, just that altercation. Because after that, he was so mad. He was like, I felt so disrespected. This was supposed to be a night for us to just hang out. And, a guy came at you and he was taking your number and you were just cool with that. And I'm like, I'm lost.
You should not do business because
it's business. Like, you get like,
or maybe you would have like, just try to take a permission from him and be like,
why would I do that though?
Because maybe that was what he wanted.
Sometimes, it's not like they want you to have glory, but only the one they let you.
Yeah.
So now it's like.
You would have asked him.
Let me talk to babe. Babe, what do you think about it? You will not feel like,
I didn't think that was disrespectful, but he thought it was disrespectful to him. So obviously, those kind of situations will come up in relationships sometimes where you have to feel like, okay, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I'm sorry if you feel disrespected.
But you know something very weird about this conversation? There's a time on Twitter when I joined a Twitter conversation, and someone made mention of how a friend of hers was talking to her partner. You know, they had a good conversation, and she got home, and her partner made a very wrong statement and be like, if not that I'm with you, I would have loved to be with this your friend. She
Well,
My
that's
sister.
disrespectful.
Put your two slippers on
God
their
forbid.
like,
head.
she's my
and move.
spec. If not that I'm with
that one
you,
is-
I would
Your
have loved to.
relationship,
Do you get? And
is
then
already shaking like this.
so she's like, so because of that conversation, she has
I
really
know.
been scared to bring her own friend around her man.
Going up to trust and dishonesty or honesty, whichever case it is, you now have a boyfriend. Fear will not be gripping you.
Yeah,
If you
because-
see Angela now, you like being and you will just change his mind now and say, I just managing you. I've seen the one for me. So things like that, I know there are a lot of relations. I don't even think people actually do break friends today.
No,
I
but
saw like so I saw something similar to this. Was
Story,
it?
right?
Yeah. It's a story of a guy who was dating one girl, and then the girl took him home to see her family, meet everybody, and then he met her sister.
That's even worse.
He met her sister, and then now he and the sister are married with
yeah,
kids.
they're married with kids. I think I saw that on Twitter too.
She never saw it.
And she was like, she was happy for her sister and stuff. That
They
means
were
that
asking the
was
guy,
not
so
for-
what's the relationship like? I was like, it's weird. Nah. I said, what's the
course
relationship
it's
between
weird.
these two sisters? I said, of course, they're not. The relationship is no longer.
Why do some guys
how
just
it
like
was.
some really funny ass shit?
He's like, all of you are
Why?
mad.
Because you really cannot trust people. Like
That's what I'm saying. You cannot know people in entirety.
But at the end of the
No matter
day,
if
trust
you
is
know
very
somebody.
important.
It's very
If you
important,
if you
but-
want to be in a relationship,
I feel
Yeah.
like
Key,
trust,
oh, it's
to
key.
an extent, people have to earn your trust. Like,
Mhm.
you must have seen certain steps that have been created for you to believe that, okay, you know what, I can trust this person.
Yeah.
You will wholeheartedly tell yourself,
There
you
must
know
be
what.
situations
Do
that
you
will
get?
happen.
Because sometimes
Yes.
we all just believe we can trust people, but deep down, they are the ones doing us.
honesty too is like very, very important.
Mhm.
Like, you know, there are some people that just lie for lying's sake. Like the lie might not even it
Many
might not be
them.
important. They
Yeah.
just feel the
like
need.
Another-
he must just
Honestly, and I
lie.
really hate people who say I'm lying to protect your feelings.
Oh,
like
feelings.
I really dislike that
I
statement.
hate
like
it too.
in fact, I would throw a sword
That's
to
a
anybody that
narcissist
because
statement.
why are
Yeah.
you lying to protect my feelings?
You
You can
get-
be honest and still protect my feelings.
Like-
Do you get? Tell me the truth. Tell me this is it and this is it. If I want to be a mumu, allow me be a mumu, but I know the truth.
Yeah,
The
but I
truth
know
is
I'm the
still
one
there.
choosing to be a
Yeah.
mumu.
Do you get? So I don't know why people would often say, "Oh, I'm lying to protect your feelings." If you know it,
Because they want to steal
Do you
power
get?
from you.
Then if you lie, how do I trust you? They go ahead to still ask you or expect of you to trust them
Yeah.
in certain situations. So I feel like this honesty and lying unprovoked, it should be number one in a relationship. And it should even start from the first day you meet
Because that's the
somebody.
foundation, if I'm being honest.
The first day you meet somebody, once the person lie about one thing, run away.
I'm telling you.
Just run, because the lie will keep going on.
Yeah.
It will
Yeah.
keep building up. You don't have to lie. Be
Because if you're
honest.
setting up like a foundation and you start it with
Exactly.
lies, then there's really no point.
And then another thing I would actually point out is when you're being told the truth as a person, try as much as possible. Like, it would hurt you, but learn to
take-
accept
yes.
it.
Yeah.
Accept it and don't give attitude. Accept it and still love the person. Accept it and still be yourself around the person, especially with partners. And you see somebody would say, oh, I would have told her, but if I tell her, how will she react?
Yeah.
But you go ahead and tell someone else and they react okay. Find a special way to tell the person. If it's true gifting, gift the person and be like, I wanted to tell you something, but I bought this thing so that your mind will be,
Yeah, just
you
to,
go
you
they
know,
tutori you.
Switch you up a
Mhm.
bit, like butter you up. before
Most
they
of the
drop
times,
the
I
bomb.
think I remember while I was still like dating for real. Like, anytime my partner wants to have a conversation with me and it has to do with something that regards honesty, he will take me on a date.
Aw.
Because he knows that there's no way in this world you will be eating and you para. There's food in your
he
front.
knew your weak
So
spot.
he first got you the food, knowing
Like, he will
So
tell
it
you.
works. It works for you. I mean.
Like, he would just tell you, now I know that anytime he say, let's go out on a date, I know
There's
there's
something
something
he wants
he
to
wants
talk
to say
about.
to me.
At least he wants
And
to tell you.
Do you get?
So
at least you two, you already know the keep. Know
Yeah,
to know that,
so I'm like,
okay,
all
he's
right,
going to
no
come and talk to
problem.
you.
Let's go. I just know that whatever he's about to say, I'm prepared, I'm ready, but there's turkey in my presence. I'll say, chop
At
turkey.
least, at least
Bele was full now.
I mean,
I mean,